record these, but it really only records me, just so that we can kind of post them up if you ever want to revisit a class. But yeah, we're going to start out reclined. I think that's a nice way to begin Thursday evening. And you're just really getting comfortable on your back. So in whatever shape that means for you. Full Shavasana, right? Supported rest, Supta Baddha Konasana, right? Like whatever just like comfort looks like in your own body. And you might close your eyes and give yourself just a couple of breaths to start to settle. Right? To start to melt some noticeable tension out of the physical body. And to feel yourself ground into this moment, get settled, present, right here and now. And maybe it's the first chance that you've had all day to take a deep breath. And maybe your breath just starts getting deeper now. Or maybe you've had one of those like really fortunate days where you've been able to take it easy and relax. But just kind of notice where you're working, what you're working with, how you're showing up onto your mat. And start to get connected to your breath, feeling your abdomen rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. And as you start to sense a little movement in your abdomen, right, an indication that we're breathing with our diaphragm, you might even exaggerate that a little bit. So as you inhale, really like puff your belly up and out. And as you exhale, squeeze your belly down to the ground, right? Hugging empty. And then just taking a few rounds of breath, staying reclined, keeping your eyes closed or your gaze still. Just taking this time to relax. I've been thinking about this practice of yoga, which I've pretty much done every single day for about the past 10 years. Quite a long practice there. And I was thinking, like, on the best of days, on the best of practices, this yoga, right, this union of self makes us want to be a better person, makes us want to show up a little better in our relationships, makes us a little kinder, makes us a little more forgiving, makes us stronger, makes us flexible, right? Not just in our body, but in who we are showing up as in our lives. Right? On the best of days, it's really changing, transforming the core of who we are. And on the worst of days, you're still getting some time to yourself to do something good for yourself, to do something good for your body. Even when we have trouble staying anchored here, there's still something special about it, something sweet about it, and that's why we keep coming back, right? Like even on the worst day of practice, there's still something that pulls you back to your mat again. So you might take a moment just to identify, like, why am I here? What am I looking for? What do I need out of this 60 minutes today, tonight, this practice? And maybe you'll find it. Maybe you'll set that intention to find it. And if we're lucky, it'll happen. And if it's not such a great night, at least you're still here. You're showing up. You're taking this time. You're doing something good for yourself. So why are you here? What do you need? It's transforming. And if you've got distracted from your breath, can you bring some awareness back to it, feeling the rise and fall of your abdomen? Knowing that now is the time to breathe a little bit deeper. That now is the moment to move your diaphragm, right? Rising and falling with the belly. Rising and falling with your breath. And to start to really create this pocket of experience to distance yourself from your day, from your thoughts, from even your mood. And to allow yourself to be as you are. To give yourself permission to show up in exactly the place that you are right now, right here tonight. So go ahead and count out 5 more breaths. You might even touch your hands onto your abdomen, resting your palms on your belly to feel these 5 breaths move deeper down. And as you breathe, keep the muscles of your face relaxed. Mindful of any clenching in your jaw or tightening up the teeth. And whenever you approach your 6th inhalation, your timing, you're going to draw your knees tight in towards your chest, hands around your shins or knees. Exhale, squeeze your thigh bones a little bit tighter into your chest. So you're just taking a breath in, a breath out, this tiny little ball in the back. And then when you get there, and there's no rush here, you'll take your hands onto your knees. And as you inhale, you'll begin to circle your legs, your knees around your hips. It can really be in either direction, but kind of an awareness for which direction you choose to go in first. You're feeling this sweet massage to the low back. Right? If the circles are a little bigger, you might even get a little massage into the buttocks, side hips. And that noticing of the direction that you chose first, do you always choose the same direction? Are you a creature of habit? Or do you like to switch things up, do things different ways? Just that study of self. And then the next time that your knees draw tight in towards your chest, change direction, circle the other way a few times. Here, watching for how sensation is different within your body, right? Like just that change of direction. Is there a different sensation in your back or your hip or your abdomen? Or maybe even not, right? Maybe, no, it feels exactly the same, that happens. Nice, and then the next time that your knees draw back in towards your chest, you're gonna lower your feet to the ground, setting up for bridge pose, Supta Bandhasana, and bring your hands to the sides, palms face down. Feet are about hips width distance apart. Inhale, lift your hips up off the ground. And then if it's in your practice to walk your shoulders together and bind your hands, go ahead and take your non-habitual clasp of your hands. So the funny thumb is on top, the funny pinky is out. Pull your chin slightly away from your chest so you can feel your neck get long, but also the inner channel of your throat a bit more relaxed. And if you have a tendency of clenching your jaw, let that release as well. Now, no, we're going to be here for a moment. So you want to move around and set your really firm, steady foundation. Yeah. And then there's a landing. I'm going to be here. I can handle it. I'm set up. I'm strong. I'm patient. Now, as you inhale, pull your right knee up into your chest without letting your hips drop. Take your right foot up to the sky. Exhale, cross your right ankle over your left thigh and lower your right knee down towards the ground, figure 4. Inhale, pull your right knee back up into your chest. Take your right foot back up to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot next to your left, bridge pose. We're going to try that on the left side here. Inhale, left knee pulls up into the chest. Left foot extends up to the sky. Exhale, cross your ankle over your right thigh. Press your left knee down towards the earth. Inhale, pull your left knee back into your chest. Your left foot back up to the sky. Exhale, step your left foot next to your right. Recenter, right? So shift the weight in your feet that you're even and steady. Full breath in. Watch your belly lift. Little gaze down the center line. Full breath out. Watch your belly drop. Nice. Again, inhale, right knee pulls up into your chest. Right foot extends up to the sky. Exhale, cross your right ankle, left thigh, keep the hips lifted. Inhale, pull your knee into your chest, take your foot back up to the sky. Exhale, step your foot down, bridge pose. Inhale, left knee pulls in, left leg extends. Exhale, left ankle crosses right thigh, figure 4. Inhale, knee to chest, foot to sky. Exhale, left foot to ground. Nice, recenter, reorganize, little shift if you need to make it. And then just one more time, inhale, watch the belly lift. Exhale, watch your belly drop. Just with your eyes. Inhale, right knee pulls in, right foot extends up. Exhale, cross it, figure 4. Inhale, take your foot back up to the sky. Exhale, land your foot down. Inhale, left knee in, foot high. Exhale, cross your ankle, figure 4. Inhale, knee to chest, foot to sky. Exhale, left foot steps down, Supta Bandhasana. And then go ahead and release the clasp of your hands if you were working with a bind. Let the shoulder blades walk a little wider. Exhale, lower your spine down to the floor, one link at a time. When you land, take your feet a little wider, as wide as the outer edges of the mat. Open your arms to a T, palms face up. Exhale, windshield wiper your knees side to side. And it doesn't really matter if this is faster or slower, if it's linked to breath or not. What we're doing is just giving all that effort of the back body a moment to neutralize and release. Nice, and then you're gonna bring your knees back up through center, bring the soles of the feet together, open your knees wide, inhale your arms overhead, and as you exhale, grab hold of opposite elbows if that feels available for your shoulders. Take a big breath in, feel your abdomen lift up with the breath. And as you exhale, feel your belly get heavy, drop back down towards the ground as your limbs get heavy as well. Your legs, your arms, your hips, your shoulders. Close your eyes for a moment, making that connection back within, and just notice like, oh my God, just like one asana, one little vinyasa. How do you feel? Has there already been some sort of a shift? And try not to label, I like it, I hate it, I love it, I don't like it. Try to stay away from labels. Because yoga is not really about good or bad. Right? It's about what's true. And within truth, we look at light and dark, right? Different from good or bad. And then go ahead and extend your arms overhead, releasing your elbows. Take your feet long forward. As you inhale, stretch out full body, stretch, press your low back to the ground. And as you exhale, roll all the way up to sit. Yeah, nice. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky, sit up really tall, stretch up. And as you exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, let your hands reach wherever they just naturally gravitate to. So back bends can be a little bit of energizing, awakening, right? And forward folds have the opposite effect. They tend to be like calming and relaxing. And I'm hesitant to do too much back bending in evening practice because most of our culture has trouble sleeping. But we want to like counter that effect of action and energy, right, with release and calm. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands up your legs, roll your spine up to sit tall, little hug in of the belly. Exhale, cross your shins. Notice which shin went in front. Is it your habit? Yeah, and then take your legs long again and try to cross the other shin in front. Whew, kind of weird. Yeah. Inhale forward over your shins, find your tabletop, come onto hands and knees. Spread your fingers really nice and wide apart. Exhale, toes tuck, shift your hips back towards your heels, and your hands are pressing down and forward, like driving your mat forward, as though you could rip it in half. You're getting a nice stretch in the bottoms of the feet. Full breath into your belly, so your diaphragm is doing a little bit of work. Full breath out. Nice. Inhale, come forward again to all fours. Keep the tuck of your toes. Exhale, take your fingers back towards your knees. One hand then the other. Notice the hand that volunteered first. Exhale, slight shift back, hips towards heels. Not back to heels, just towards heels. You're just looking for your stretch. Where do you feel that? Yeah. Nice. Inhale, come forward, flip your fingers forward again, untuck your toes. Exhale, round your back up to the sky, hug your navel, lift your belly up, 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 let your chin drop. Feel your shoulder blades spread wider apart here as you stay in this cat and cow. Take a breath in, just notice how it feels to take a deep breath in. Can you expand your belly? And then as you exhale, hug your navel up again. Hug it up, hug it up, hug it up, hug it up, hug it up. Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Keep a little engagement at the belly center. Exhale, tuck your toes once more, lift your hips back and up to the sky, downward facing dog. You choose, move around or be still, right? Just be mindful again. Are you moving out of habit, routine, ritual? Right? Then always awareness of self-study. I'm mindful of what I do, how I do it, why I do it. Right? A deep watching. Nice, and then inhale, come all the way forward to a high plank position. Spread your fingers wider apart again. So a little adjustment, like, how do I spread my fingers wider in plank? Keep your belly lifted, your shoulders right over your hips, right over your wrists. And as you exhale, drop your knees down, modified plank without losing any of that support in the navel center. So lift the belly up again. Again, 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 again. Now we're gonna try to keep that navel center really strong, connected. As you exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, push back up. Nice, keep the belly strong. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, push back up. And then you're gonna keep going just like that. Good form, strong breath. And you're gonna try to fatigue your arms a little bit. So for some of us, like, already there. Right? My arms are already fatigued. 4 little push-ups. For some of us, we've got 20, but you are deciding your own number of repetitions without counting. Right? You're looking to just create a little fatigue in your arms. Now that said, I'm not going to stop you. When you've got it, take one more and bring your hips back to your heels in child's pose. Yeah, when you've got it. Nice. Yeah, we're all on the same page. We're all there. Bring your hands together in prayer. Overhead. Exhale. Bend at your elbows. Bring your thumbs towards the base of your skull. Get a little shoulder opening here. And you want to feel like your underarms, the hollow under your arms, start to drip down towards the ground. Like feel that space take on a little more weight. And you might feel even some stretch across your upper back, which is a place in your body that's kind of difficult to get some stretch. Nice. Inhale, take your arms long, rise back up to all fours. Spread your fingers wide, tabletop. This time, inhale, drop your belly to the ground, come into cow pose and sustain. So tailbone's reaching up, but what's really common is we let the belly totally release here, and then you might feel crunching at the low back. So even as your belly is hanging down towards the ground, can you feel a little bit of tone in the navel? And notice if that just changes sensation. Crown of the head is rising as well, a little bit of tone in the belly. Yeah, nice. And are you breathing? Quick check. Are you breathing? Inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Tuck your toes. Exhale, lift your hips downward facing dog. Nice. See if you can spread your shoulder blades apart. Right? Yeah, nice, Jill. Saw that. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your feet. Check if your feet are hips width distance apart, which for most of us, right, is a cool little trick, is 2 fists distance. And then keeping that distance between your feet. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, take your arms to the sky. Exhale, sink your hips. Sink your hips. Yeah. Nice. How are your shoulders doing? If you've been at your computer all day, they might be a little cranky. So you always have the option to cactus the arms and just bring the shoulders a little more space to be comfortable and at ease, right? Because we don't want to practice yoga because it's some form of torture. We want to practice yoga because like it makes us feel better, right? Even on the worst of days, we want our yoga practice to be doing some good. Right? Like, I'm so glad I came. I'm so glad I'm here. I'm so glad I'm breathing. Yeah. Now just go a little bit deeper in it. Ooh, because it's like the middle of winter and most of us have gotten a little bit lazy. Yeah, and that's not our fault. It's just what happens in winter. It's just what happens. It's okay. It's natural. Yeah. But I went snowshoeing last night. I'm still doing it too. I went snowshoeing after work yesterday and I was like, God, you know, it's got to be hard to be a natural animal right now. Like you've got to be working really hard to have a good life. There's not much going on. Yeah, so let's do our own work because we're part of the natural world. We're just animals. Might be a little bit more comfortable, but yeah, inhale, take your hands to your low back. Go ahead, take your habit grip. Oh, that's nice and familiar. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Hands reach up, forward, down. Let your head hang and go ahead and move your head around here so you're getting some Release in your neck. Do you need a little yes? Right? Do you need a little more yes in your life? Do you need some no? Some more boundaries in your life? Right? This is a time for you to start to ask those questions and clarify your life a bit. Release your palms onto your shins. Inhale, breathe up halfway. Shoulders pull back from your ears. Meet your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands forward to the front of the mat, high plank. When you get there, hug your belly up towards your spine. Lift it, lift it, lift it. Now really make a point to keep that action of your navel rising as you exhale, drop your knees to the floor again. Toes can stay tucked or untucked. If they're tucked, you get a little stretch in the feet, which is nice. Exhale, lower halfway down. We want to fatigue the arms a bit. Inhale, push back up. Nice. Exhale, lower halfway down. Great form. Everybody's looking really good. Inhale, push back up. Nice. Now I'm not counting. You're not counting. You're just looking for sensation, right? You want to get some effort, tap into a little bit of that solar quality, that part of you that is your willpower, right? Can keep you going. That has that little bit of push. And once you start to feel fatigue, like I'm already there, one more. And then child's pose, hips back to the heels. This time your hands are gonna come back by your feet, palms face up to the sky, and totally relax your arms, palms of hands, fingers, and shoulders. And you know your hands are relaxed when there's like a natural curve to your fingers. They naturally just kind of curve. Now feel that heat that you've built in your body. Notice where you have possibly accumulated some tension. And let any unnecessary tension, any unnecessary gripping, holding attachment release its way out of you. Because this posture is about resetting, restoration. Coming back to your whole self, the right definition of yoga, to yoke, to unionize all the parts of self. Nice. Inhale, come back up to all fours, find your tabletop. You guys are gonna love this. Exhale, round your back cat. Just one time, one breath. Inhale, drop your belly cow. And be mindful that you're not crunching your low back, but you're engaging your belly. Exhale, neutral spine. Look at your hands, spread your fingers even wider apart. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your hands all the way back towards your toes, forward fold. Exhale, bend your knees, hang your head, release into that full forward bow. Breathe in, rise your arms up to the sky as you lift up to stand overhead. Exhale, circle your hands to your back and see if you can find reverse namaskar. If it's really tight back there, you might just grab hold of opposite elbows. Nice, release that reverse prayer. Inhale, arms rise back up to the sky overhead. Exhale, hands slice the midline, full forward bow. Breathe in, half lift, palms to shins, shoulders back from your ears, weight in your toes. Exhale, full folds. Take your hands, grab hold of your right shin, and as you inhale, lift your right knee up in towards your chest as you come to stand. Yeah. Little test of balance here. Nice. Now, what happens here for a lot of us is that the back kind of rounds a little bit as we work to hold on to the balance. So we want to feel like the chest open and the shoulder blades slightly hug into the midline as we tone the belly as well. Yeah, better, nice. Nice. Keep the lift of your knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up to the sky overhead. Exhale, step your right foot to the front of the mat, high lunge. Yeah, you might need a little readjustment of your feet, sometimes a longer stance. Exhale, ground your back heel open to the side, Virabhadrasana 2. Nice. Now in Virabhadrasana 2, right, we've done a little work on the arms. I want you to really feel your arms working here as well. Right, so we warmed them up, we fatigued them a little bit so that we just have like a greater sense of awareness of our arms. Yeah, and we know what it feels for them to be working and engaged. So like, ooh, make your arms work. Make your arms work. Make your arms work. Yeah, right, like willpower, strength, internal perseverance. Make your arms work. Focus so much on your arms that you're like, have no awareness of what your legs are doing, which hopefully they're working. Yeah. I have a yoga teacher. I used to study with Kobe Koswalski. She said if you hold your arms overhead for an hour, you'll know everything you need to know about yourself in your whole life. Right? If you can get through the hour of just holding your arms strong and steady, right, you might have some enlightenment. Yeah. So re-energize like all over again. I know that back arm lost it a little bit. Yeah, find it again. Nice. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Nice. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Lift up onto your back toes. Inhale, left foot rises to the sky, standing split front of the mat. Yeah, and it's up to you whether it's like a standing L and you're working on a little more strength, or a standing true split where you're working on a little more flexibility. Right? Both are good. One is not better than the other. They're just good for different reasons. Nice. Now you're gonna think about Ardha Chandra, half moon, balancing half moon. And you're gonna start to open up into that shape, left arm up to the sky. You might use a block, right, to help you get steady and in position. You might keep your right fingers on the ground. You might take your right hand to your heart. You might look up towards your fingers, right? Like it's your posture. It can be any variation and any stage, right? Whether it's that very beginner place, first time I ever took this shape, or most advanced balancing bind, right? Like it doesn't matter. It's just a lens for observing. Exhale, softly land Virabhadrasana 2. Left foot back, right foot forward. And then right away get those arms turned on. Ooh, yeah. Like let it be work in your arms, engagement. Really reaching your fingers far apart, improving your wingspan. Your chest right over, your hips, your shoulders right over as well. One more time, inhale, reverse your warrior. Right fingers reach back and up. Exhale, cartwheel your hands down to the ground. Inhale, step your right foot back to your left plank pose. Exhale, roll to the outer edge of your right foot. Take your left arm to the sky, side plank. Nice. Nice. Now you can always kickstand or drop this bottom knee, but we're gonna look to lift the left leg, right? So if you need to take a kickstand at any point, it's always there for you. Nice. Now, as you exhale, try to tap your left knee with your left elbow. And then as you inhale, re-extend. Don't worry if you fall out, we're gonna try it again. Exhale, tap left knee to left elbow. Inhale, extend. And then we're gonna go for it one more, looks good. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale, extend. Exhale, lower your hand to your foot, high plank. Breathe in, shift forward over your fingers. Exhale, lower all the way down. Take your hands back to your sides, palms face the earth. Yeah, big toes touch, inner line of your legs hug in together. So squeeze them in together. And as you breathe in, lift everything up, Shalabhasana. Now, relax your neck, Relax your eyebrows. Relax your low jaw and your mouth and your throat. Yeah, see if you can reach your fingers up and back a little bit higher. Squeeze your legs together. Nice, one more breath in. And then exhale, release everything down. Turn your right cheek to the mat, look left, palms face up. Arms to your sides, big toes touch, heels open. And give your breath a chance to neutralize. Okay, sometimes when we find ourselves in side plank, our heartbeat speeds up, our breath speeds up, our anxiety can speed up. We want to get back connected to the parasympathetic nervous system. Right? This is a practice of care, of self-care. And it is here to help keep us calm. Nice, bring your hands back under your shoulders, heels hug in towards one another. Inhale, push up to modified plank, keep some tone in the belly. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, lift up, modified plank. This time I'm gonna count. Exhale, lower halfway down. You've got 3 more. Full breath in, press up. Full breath out, drop down. Full breath in, press up. Full breath out, drop down. And then last one, inhale. Exhale. Kind of like a half last. Inhale, back up, modified plank. Exhale, tuck your toes, take your hips back. Press forward, claw forward through your fingers. Right, so your arms are still a little bit active, but we're getting that nice stretch through your feet. Inhale, lift your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. And exhale, take a moment just to kind of reorganize, resettle. Yeah. And then in your downward facing dog, right, there can be a tendency for the shoulders to kind of squeeze in towards the ears. So what we want to feel is those shoulder blades start to spread apart, the back, upper back, get really broad. Yeah, feel that. Your arms should be working, your shoulders should be working, your hands should be working in your downward facing dog. And so should your belly, and so should your quadriceps. Yeah, nice. Inhale, walk your hands back towards your toes. Exhale, full surrender into that moment of ease, of calm, of reset. Take your hands, grab hold of your left shin. Inhale, pull your left knee up and towards your chest. And then be mindful you're not doing that like little slump here, right? The upper back rounded, but the chest is open, collarbones broad, and there's a little like squeezing in of your shoulder blades on the back. Also some belly. Yeah, really nice. How's your balance on this side? Seems better. Does it feel better? Yeah. Go ahead and keep that lift of the knee. Inhale, take your arms up overhead. Exhale, step your left foot forward, front of the mat, high lunge. Yeah, it's a different way of getting there. So feel free to take a moment and adjust. I'm gonna turn around so I can see you. Exhale, ground your back heel, open up Virabhadrasana 2. Yeah. And I realize like some of us, our arms haven't been doing anything other than like typing. So you might give yourself a rest. Like I'm just gonna drop my arms, relax, breathe. But then I'm gonna like reach a moment where I feel I can come back in. And then I want you to like engage so much through your arms that you can forget about what your legs are doing. Yeah. Yeah. Really get those arms toned, wrap the muscle to the bone. And for some of us who like when we checked in at the beginning of practice, why are we here tonight? Because I need some physical exercise. Because I'm sitting on the couch all day with my laptop on my lap.
that like strengthening action, that feeling of making ourselves work, that's what's making us a little bit leaner. Yeah. Stay with it, stay with it. Are you breathing? Inhale, reverse your warrior, left fingers rise up to the sky. Nice, exhale, hands cartwheel down to the ground, pick up on your back toes. Breathe in, right foot lifts up to the sky, standing split. And then you have a moment here. You're either staying in a standing L with your hips squared, right? Which is a little bit more focused on muscular soft tissue strength. Or you're starting to think about like that full split that's a little bit more about flexibility. And again, like one is not better than the other. If you notice that you're really bad at balancing on your left foot, you might actually choose the square hip variation because it's toning the large stabilizer muscles. Yeah, nice. Now think about your standing half moon Ardha Chandra. Get your props if you need it. And as you inhale, start to open up into that shape. Right arm to the sky. Now, a foundational principle of asana is that one thing is reaching in one direction and some other body part is reaching in the opposite, right? So if your left hand is reaching down, your right hand is just as much lifting up. If your left foot is pressing down, your left hip is lifting up. If your right foot is pressing back, your heart is pulling forward. Right? So find those lines of like oppositional intention, energetic enlivenment. Yeah, exhale, see it, Virabhadrasana 2, land in it. Right away, get those arms working. Yeah, what are your arms doing? Get them working. Right, amazing that like you can create so much sensation just by reaching through your fingertips. Left knee is tracking a little bit to the left. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, hands cartwheel down to the ground. Come behind your back toes, step your left foot to the back of the mat, high plank. And then roll to the outer edge of your left foot, right arm to the sky. So Vashisthasana, other side. Yeah, and again, you have the option to drop your bottom knee, right? So that you can find a little more stability at any moment. As you inhale, right leg is gonna rise up. As you exhale, you're gonna try to tap right elbow to right knee. Inhale to re-extend. We've only got 2 more. Exhale, knee to elbow. If you fall out, just get back in, try to do 3, right? Inhale, re-extend. Last one, exhale. Yeah, nice, inhale. Exhale, foot, hand to the ground, high plank, full breath in, establish that shape. Exhale, lower all the way to the earth. Yeah, walk your toes back a little bit so you can really feel your hips on the ground. Go ahead and bend your knees, reach your hands back for your feet, your ankles, whatever you can reach. And little tuck of your chin to your chest so you feel your neck is in neutral position. Now imagine, before you go anywhere, we're still on the ground, imagine your inner thighs squeezing onto a block. And as you inhale, keep that squeeze, lift everything up. And it doesn't matter if your legs are off the ground, if your thighs are on the floor, right? You're just squeezing the inner line of the legs together, pressing your feet into your hands and pulling your hands with your feet. And I stay in it. Try to relax unnecessary gripping. Like, where does it happen? Is it mental? Is it physical? Is it emotional? Yeah, this is a back bend, so it gets energizing, gets heating, right? One more breath. Exhale, release it down. And this time, big toes touch
Turn the opposite cheek to the ground, which I believe is the left cheek, palms face up, hands to your sides. And let your breath just normalize, right? Feel it come back. And feel this restorative resting posture, right? Like counteract some of the solar energizing asana that we've been doing because it's evening. And as you feel yourself being breathed, but also interacting so that you can breathe deeply, right? Like check back in, why did I come to practice? Am I getting what I wanted? Because you're in control of that. You have the ability to flavor every asana. Go ahead and bring your hands back under your shoulders, leave your knees down, but bring the heels together, inner line of the legs together, belly strong. Inhale, push up to a modified plank. And you guessed it, we got 5 of them. Exhale, lower halfway down. Inhale, push back up. Exhale, halfway down. Inhale, push up. You've got 3 more. Right? And just notice, like with repetition, does this become more accessible, a little easier, or does it just get harder? And one's not better than the other, they're just different experiences that we can have. And that 5th and final time that you rise, tuck your toes, lift your knees, high plank. Exhale, take your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Breathe in, walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Exhale, bend your knees, forward bow. Inhale, rise up to stand, reach your arms to the sky overhead. Exhale, hand circle to the back body, reverse namaskar. Right, maybe opposite elbows. Inhale, release the palms of the hands up to the sky. Exhale, slice the midline, forward bow. Breathe in, half lift, shoulders back from your ears, weight in your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, walk your hands forward to a high plank. Exhale, lower chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha, upward facing dog. Squeeze the inner line of the legs together. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips to the sky. Breathe in, walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Exhale, surrender into your forward fold. Take your hands to your right shin. Inhale, pull your right knee up in towards your chest. Okay, so notice, is your balance better than it was first time we did it this time? Exhale, cross your left ankle over right thigh. Figure 4, bend into that standing knee. Inhale, hands to heart, arms to sky, cactus arms, reverse namaskar. Any variation that's like, oh, that sounds good tonight. And then like we started out in this shape when we were on our back. It's a little different, but how's it feel in the hip? Oh my God, we're all on the right side. Yeah, good job. Nice, okay. Inhale, lift your right knee back up into your chest, release your arms to the sky. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. And I know, we don't normally get there that way, so like, what do I need? Breathe in, come high on your back toes. Exhale, lower that left knee all the way down to the floor. All the way down, yeah. Breathe in, take your hands to your heart. Exhale, revolve your twist to the right. So you can stay high, one hand to your low back, left hand to your front knee. You can go a little bit deeper into it. We haven't done a lot of twisting. Okay, so just notice like, how does that feel in my body?
Nice. Inhale, arms rise back up to the sky through center. Exhale, lower your hands to the instep of your right foot and take that right foot a little wider. Lizard lunge. Then go ahead and take your hips and lean them forward and down. Yeah, nice. And then for tonight's lizard lunge, I want it to feel a little more yin in nature. So like you're just letting your body kind of take the shape that it's asking for. Right? And that might mean like, oh, I'm down on the floor completely. That might mean this right knee is coming all the way out to the side. I'm on my pinky. That might mean I'm actually going to stay up on my fingertips, but you're just like not trying to control the shape. You're just allowing your body to be in this shape in the way that it naturally gravitates to. My dog decided it's dinner. He's eating one piece of small food at a time. Right, Zoom at home. Some days makes us feel like we want to be better people. It gives us more strength, gives us more flexibility, gives us more power, gives us more forgiveness, gives us more love. And some days, worst case scenario, like I just got my body moving and breathing and it took some time for myself. Now, if you're down on the ground, go ahead and start to lift yourself back up to hands. Start to walk your right foot back to the floor if it came off. And as you exhale, step your right knee back to your left tabletop. Reposition your hands on your shoulders. Yeah, knees under hips. Inhale, take that same right leg, extend it long behind you, left arm reaches forward. Full extension, spinal balance. Exhale, draw your knee to your elbow, arch the back, hug the belly in. Twice more. Inhale, extend, 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 extend. Exhale, coil it in. Nice. One more time, breathe in, reach out. Exhale, hug it in, hug it in, hug it in. Nice. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drop your hand and your knee. Tuck your toes. Inhale, shift your hips back towards your heels. Hands claw forward and down. Exhale, hips rise, downward facing dog. And then here too, don't forget about your arms. They should be working. Don't forget about your belly. There should be strength. Don't forget about your legs, kneecaps rising, quadriceps engaged. Nice. Inhale, walk your hands all the way back towards your toes. Exhale, surrender into that forward fold. Like, oh, it's calming, it's easeful, it's nourishing. Breathe and lift up halfway. Shoulders back from your ears, weight in your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Grab hold of your left shin. Inhale, pull your left knee up in towards your chest. Right? Not slumpasana, right? But lift the heart. Keep that lift of the knee. Inhale, arms rise up to the sky, a little different. Exhale, cross your ankle over your thigh, standing for your forward bend, your standing leg. And then take an arm position that just feels like, that's interesting to me. That feels interesting. Yeah, what is it? It's interesting. That's gonna change my balance. It's something I don't always do, right? Especially if you're like me and you live in habit. I'm a creature of habit. And try to shake things up once in a while. Yeah, nice. Inhale, lift your left knee up into your chest. Take your arms to the sky. Exhale, step forward, high lunge. Right, take a moment. Reorganize. Right, breathe in, come high on your back toes. Exhale, lower your right knee all the way down to the ground. All the way down. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, twist left, right? So you either staying high, first twist, right? First deep twist, or dropping in low. Just what feels right. Yeah, and it's crazy, like the two sides can feel so different. So how does this twist feel different from like the other twists we did? Right, there's gotta be something a little different. Can you pay attention to that? Nice. Inhale, arms come up to the sky, unwinding that twist through center. And then exhale, hands lower to the instep of the left foot. Left foot walks a little wider to the side. Hips sink forward and down. Yeah. So the idea of like a yin shape, right, is that we're like consciously making less muscular effort. So you're just really not trying to control anything. You're just bringing your body into a position here that it naturally wants to go to. And sometimes that means like seriously backing away from sensation, right? Like if you're grimacing, if you're angry, if a posture is putting you in a bad mood, it just means like you need to tweak it, change it, so that you can find the place that you can smile. Your little piggy, Jake. A big bowl of food. Can you guys hear him eating? Yeah. Oh, Zoom at home. Yeah. It's like real yoga to be, not having a studio, right? Like having our pets, our families, our partners, our kids in the background, like that's real yoga. Can I still concentrate? Can I still take a deep breath? Can I still be a better person even with my life right in front of me? Yeah. I mean, some days it's possible. Some days it's not. Nice. And then again, if you came down closer to the ground, you're going to start to lift back up away from the floor. So you're finding like your hands. Exhale, you step your left knee back to meet your right, tabletop. And we were there for a little bit, so it's okay to move slow out of it. When you come back to table and you're repositioned, inhale, left leg long, right arm forward. Hug the belly, spinal balance. 3 times, exhale, knee to nose, arch your back, lift your belly. Inhale, extend, press it out, reach out. Exhale, round it and coil in. Nice, and then one more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, extend. Exhale, drop your hand, your knee. Sit your hips back towards your heels, shoulders up. Palms face down on your thighs. If this doesn't work for your knees, right, don't be a hero, change your seat. And then just feel, eyes closed or gaze to one point, tall spine, little support in the navel. Just feel your heart beating, your breath moving. Right, feel yourself. I'm alive in this moment. I'm awake in this moment. I'm totally here. And if you're not, right, like that little mantra, I'm here now, can sometimes help bring you back again. Nice, take your hips off to either side, swing your legs around to the front, come forward enough on your mat. It's that time for Shavasana, so like get yourself a blanket, a sweater, right? A pillow, nothing at all. Like just like what you need. Some days you need a lot, some days you don't need anything from anybody.
Yeah. And then when you feel like, oh yeah, I'm good, we're gonna come back to staff pose. So there's a flex in the feet, legs are extended, we're sitting up tall, there's some tone in the belly. Yeah, inhale, arms up to the sky. Exhale, hinge at your hips, fold forward, let your hands land. Tuck your chin to your chest, let your back round. Relax the flex of your toes, let your legs soften. Take a deep breath in through your nose and an audible open mouth exhalation. And then we're going to do that again. Big breath in and a little sigh, a little more release in the body. Nice inhale. Walk your hands mindfully up your legs, one handprint at a time. Exhale, bend your knees. Plant your feet. Then you're going to hug your knees in towards your chest as you roll onto your back. So you're coming like right into this little ball. Now, before you go anywhere, we're going to circle knees around the hips, but can you remember which direction you went in first last time? And then start by going in the opposite direction. Just a little, tiny little shift to the way we normally do something. Nice, and then go ahead and change direction, circle the other way. Just a couple easy circles. Come on back through center. Go ahead and extend your legs long on the ground. Take the feet a little wider. Take your arms out to your sides. Snuggle your shoulder blades together under your heart. If there's any feeling of discomfort or like you need to make an adjustment, sometimes like little tuck of the tailbone really helps. Make those little adjustments your body is just calling you for, asking you to make. In Shavasana, we're here right now. We're landing in this deep relaxation right here and right now. So if there's something pulling you away from that, just let it go. Let it go for right now. Let the weight of your head drop. Feel some weight in your cheeks as the expression on your face softens. Bring some separation between your upper and lower teeth. And relax your tongue in the base of your mouth. Invite your breath to be natural. You might stay here until you feel a natural calling back into the space and the rest of your evening. There's no rush, right? You're at home. But if you feel ready to come back to sit, you can come back to sit. Right? The shape in which your body stays, right, like less relevant than your headspace right now. So if you're staying in Shavasana, if you're coming back to sit, just like check in. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How are you breathing? What did you need from your practice? Right? When you first got on there, onto your mat, got into this space, dropped into this moment, what did you first need tonight? And were you able to find it? Or did you realize you need something different? Sometimes that happens. Like, I don't even need what I thought I needed. I need something totally different. I've realized what I actually need. And in the best days of our practice, we're inspired to be better humans, right? Better members of community, better versions of self. And even on the bad days, we still got like, oh, I got some time. I did something good. It took a minute. So go ahead and bring your hands to your heart. In whatever way they just like land there. And acknowledge that you stepped onto your mat. You committed to your practice. You committed to taking this time for yourself, right? In an effort towards your best self. A step towards transformation, right? Change into the best you. Yeah. Namaste. Guys, have a wonderful evening. So as always, I like to hang out for a minute if anybody wants to hang around with me. I'm going to stop recording.